Hey everybody, this is Ben with a quick review of the Impact Weight Gainer by MyProtein. So this one I mostly got because it was on sale. It was some ridiculous deal where I got it an 11-pound bag for about $22, including shipping. It was only like $17, and then the shipping was only about $5, so I paid only about $22, about $2 a pound for this, which is really good for pretty much any kind of protein powder that I've seen, at least in terms of online deals. For a quick review of it, this one is interesting because it's basically has oat flour, so it's like an oat-based protein powder, which is kind of weird. And some of the reviews talked about how it doesn't really mix well in shakes, and I actually thought it worked okay. It's a little bit chunky maybe, but I thought it mixed decently well. But I never really use a shaker bottle. I always use a blender, so that probably helped. So I would say it's okay in shakes. I actually think this one really shines when you actually just dump it with oatmeal. So I actually combined this with oatmeal a bunch, and it was pretty good. The first few times it wasn't that good, and surprisingly it actually grew on me. I ended up loving it. Like the third or fourth bowl, I realized how good it actually was. So I think the taste is pretty good. This one was vanilla. That's the only kind I've had, at least for the weight gainer from this company. So one con though is that the serving size is 3 1/3 large scoops, and there's only 26 grams of protein for what you get in there, and not a ton of calories. So it's kind of almost like a lightweight weight gainer. There's not a ton of stuff in it almost. There's also not there's not a ton of crappy ingredients there's not a ton of junk in it, at least compared to some of the ones I've seen. And there's only 2 grams of sugar compared to 26 grams of protein, so that's a good ratio for a weight gainer. But you have to add a lot of scoops to get a decent amount of protein, whereas like the whey protein isolate I'm using right now is like 30 grams of protein per scoop. Of course, that's a much different product, but so you want to, if you're trying to get a ton of protein, you have to use a lot of this at once to achieve that. So I would say it's worth it if you can get a good deal on it, but other than that, it's kind of a low protein per serving, and the oat flour based protein, or the oaty taste, is kind of probably not for everybody. I think it actually combines well if you just dump it into your regular oatmeal, and I have that with peanut butter. That's what I would recommend pretty much anybody try with oatmeal in general, is like a protein powder like vanilla or chocolate is usually what I use, and then a bunch of peanut butter in a bowl, and it can be a really good meal. So this one I would kind of recommend it, but I would really try to get a good deal on it. I wouldn't want to pay full price, like $55 or $100, whatever it retails for. I'd want to get a good deal. I'll probably have links in the description below this video. And with MyProtein, one thing I would recommend is trying to get deals online. You can search for coupons and whatnot, because at any given time, whenever I seem to look for stuff on there, there's almost always at least one deal going on. So you don't want to check out from that site without looking around for like coupon codes and things like that, because you might be surprised by how big a discount you can get. So thanks for watching. Subscribe and like if you want to, and I'll see you again soon.